What's up, people? It's your girl Adiola. How can about 100 soldiers be killed by Boko Haram on their own base? These people give their lives to defend us. The least we can do is equip them to face the people that we will not face. But our government is known for sending out our soldiers without equipping them. And in this case, the terrorists went to the army base, the one that they set up in Borno to fight Boko Haram. They killed our soldiers on their base and stole their weapons. Where is this done?
No, this is the soldier camp in Metele, where they are killing soldiers every week. No less than 100 plus soldiers die here. Many miss in action. Many. A 33-year-old man is in the bush. Nowhere to be found.
How can soldiers not be safe on their own base?
No weapon, no anything. See the weapon they bring here, these ones are not working. These are updated vehicles. They are not working. They just keep them here for formality, just to discourage us in the name of encouragement. Mr. President, it's like you are not doing your work.
Did you hear that? They don't have the right weapons and gadgets. And all the armor tanks at that base, they were just there for decoration. They are not working, and Boko Haram knows.
This vehicle, it has never been disgraced and bring down like this. This we are fighting is getting out of our hand. We need to take all these things away. We don't want it anymore.
Seriously, what happened to the $1 billion, not Naira, $1 billion that Buhari said he was spending on weapons in April of this year? Seriously, Oga Buhari, are you spending the money on elections? No, for real, we can't help but ask, what are you spending the money on instead of buying weapons? The man keeps telling us that he has defeated Boko Haram. Innocent people are being killed every day. Our soldiers are not getting mass burial.
We are dying. Our families are there. At the end of the day, they will not get anything, and they will be lying to our family. They will be telling them that nothing is happening. Your husband is doing well. They are not telling them the truth. They will not compensate the family.
Can you imagine? Also, how do you convince us that there is no one in the military working with Boko Haram? Like for real, it looks like they are getting inside information, or people in the government working with Boko Haram. How did Boko Haram catch them unawares? What happened to our intelligence service? I thought they said that we have some drones that could at least film trespassers before getting to the camp. What happened to the drones? We don't, okay, of course we don't. What am I even talking about? The soldiers said that common helmet that they had to buy themselves.
They are not giving us anything. We imagine a soldier will be in the war front, no helmet, no fragmented jacket, no enough ammunition. In this situation, Abba, enough is enough.
You see what I'm saying? Meanwhile, all those generals are enjoying while young people are dying on the field.
And they are there, they call themselves generals. They are eating money. Government, Brute, you are shitting us, Brute, you are killing us.
In the US Army, they would never send the low-ranking soldiers to combat without the high-ranking officers with them. The generals, the majors, the sergeants, they will all be on the field with the low-ranking soldiers, which is why they always make sure that they have everything that they need. America can go to war because of one soldier. Why can't we cherish the lives of our own citizens? It's not fair. And all our president does is tweet. Every time, tweet condolence. It's like they have a template. Can you imagine? He won't fire anybody or be proactive or do something. It baffles me because he calls himself a former general, and when we complain about these things, he will go on Twitter and say that we are playing politics. Who is really playing politics? Did you see his tweet saying that we are playing politics about what happened? There's no reason for this insurgency to last this long. Too many people have died. About 100 people became widows in a week. Thousands of children became fatherless or motherless in a week. Exactly what is Buhari doing? Does he even care? Seriously, do you even care, Mr. President? Somehow the soldiers have weapons when it comes to facing Biafrans. Do you remember? They had weapons that time. Or when it comes to facing the Shiite protesters, they always have weapons. But when it comes to Boko Haram, they don't have weapons. Should he be campaigning for re-election in the face of something like this because he has failed? He has failed his citizens. Imagine if his son is out there among the soldiers fighting Boko Haram. Do you really think all he would do is send out tweets? Like for real, he went to visit the soldiers that were injured, and I'm like, that could have been prevented. I don't see anything noble in that. Remember what he said during Jonathan's time. These are some of his tweets during Jonathan's time. He criticized how Goodluck Jonathan handled Boko Haram at that time, but he hasn't done better. In fact, he has done worse than Goodluck Jonathan. Honestly, I don't know if it's worth it for someone to give their life for Nigeria with the kind of leaders that we have right now. Would you give your life for Nigeria with the kind of leaders that we have right now? I honestly pity these soldiers. I pity them so much. If you're watching this episode, I am so sorry. I am really, really sorry that you guys are dying like this and that many of you had to see your friends getting killed for nothing. But please keep making videos like this. If we don't shame them, they won't do anything. Just be careful not to reveal your identity. So, Mr. President, please stop lying to us that you have defeated Boko Haram. And also, we deserve an explanation on the $1 billion that you said you will spend on weapons. We deserve to know what you have done with the money. You guys not don't know much. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real. Moving on to South Africa. Now, this next story, a lot of South Africans have said that they don't know about it. So when people that are not from South Africa report those stories, some of them say it's fake news. But is it fake news? Because we are seeing pictures. We are even seeing videos. You get what I'm saying? And also, the South African government is not denying it. And the story is that Chinese people are now opening up their own police stations in South Africa. For that, like what? Shut up. How did this happen? Like for real. I'm speechless. And what? Say trouble. They now have at least 13 stations in South Africa. I'm like, what?
The South African Police Service recently launched a Chinese Community and Police Cooperation Center in Port Elizabeth. This is the 13th such center to be opened nationally.
Now, when the story came out, the spokesperson for the Chinese embassy in South Africa came out and said it's not true. He said they are not police stations. He said those are just South African Chinese Community and Police Cooperation Centers. Okay? He added that their main responsibilities are to participate in the community policing mechanisms led by the South African Police Service and to cooperate closely with the South African police in preventing and combating crimes against Chinese citizens in South Africa. I'm like, okay, that sounds like a police station to me. What? That sounds like a police station to me. They're wearing uniforms, for God's sake. Please stop confusing us with grammar. To be fair though, they said that there was an increase in crime rate against Chinese people in South Africa, and they also hinted that the South African police were not being proactive or doing enough to protect their own citizens. So they said that they set up these stations in order to help South African police when there is a crime committed against a Chinese person.
We are living here, we are doing business here, as we are studying here. And then how we can be a better look after it. It's so critical that we have a good relationship with the SARS, with the local CPF, because those are the people that are dealing with the Chinese national on a daily basis. These are the people appointed by the South African government as a public servant to look after us.
So first of all, I don't think it's right for South African police not to be proactive when it comes to crime against citizens of other countries. But is this legal, like to set up your own police station? Why don't we have a Nigerian police station in America or a South African police station in America? Forget about America. China. How many African police stations do we have in China? Because you guys know that sometimes there are crimes against Africans in China as well. I'm just saying, how many? You mean it? We don't have, okay, there's not, they can never allow an African police station. Okay, so why do we allow them to open up their own police station in Africa? I'm not saying it's right or not. I'm just wondering if they won't let us do it. Why are they doing it in Africa? Now, we've been talking about this Chinese invasion for some time. People are saying it's not true, it's nothing. But how do you explain this?
As South Africa's men and women in blue have also been committed to expanding their cultural and language knowledge by studying Mandarin. Students receive training in listening to Chinese, basic Mandarin grammar, and advanced conversation and pronunciation.
In fact, they give them certificate after learning the language.
The security in South Africa is not so good as we expect. So with more and more police, local police of South Africa to study Chinese, and they can get along with the local Chinese community, and they can basically understand the Chinese culture.
The good thing is some people are speaking up.
We are told to learn that Chinese language, Mandarin. You are coming into my house, and you tell me I must learn your language, and you came into my house.
Tell them, my brother, I beg, tell them.
It's always a nice thing to learn many languages, but to just be told you are going to learn my language, let it be voluntary. But it must be compulsory for you because you came into my country. You're looking for my minerals, you're looking for my land, go learn my language. Not for me to go and learn your language so that I can hear what you are looking for from me.
Anyway, like I always do, please let me know what you guys think about this story. First of all, do you think it's a police station or not? Also, if you're not from South Africa, would you be interested in having a Chinese community and police cooperation center in your country that will be manned by Chinese people and they will wear uniforms? And more importantly, do you guys think that someday we would have, let's say, a South African community and police cooperation center in China?
I'm a police officer in Malmatin police station. I am 28 years old, and maybe one day I want to go to China and visit China and see how will it go.
You guys don't know much. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real. Moving on to Senegal, election is coming up next year, February, and it's been real. This week I saw a video of some of their lawmakers beating up each other, fighting each other. What is going on? Seriously, you are supposed to lead by example. My fathers and my mothers, don't do this. Do not do this to yourself. My Senegalese people, why now? Please, let's not do this to ourselves. What happened to that fear of God? Elections are coming up, and of course, I'll keep you guys posted as the elections get closer. You guys don't know much. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real. A huge shout out to everyone that has donated towards the Christmas outreach that we're trying to do for Cameroonian refugees. I cannot believe this, but we've raised more than $20,000. Yeah! Thank you so much. And yes, we are still taking donations. So yes, mommy and daddy, uncle and auntie. As a matter of fact, we are yet to ask GoFundMe to release money. It is still with GoFundMe. A lot of Cameroonians are telling me to please raise the bar from 20,000. We started with 10,000. They said I should please raise it to 20,000. Now we're at 20,000. They are telling me to raise it again, that some people are discouraged from donating because they think we are no longer taking donations. Please, it's not true. We are still taking donations. So because of all the Cameroonians that are telling me to please raise it, I'm going to raise it to $30,000. If that will encourage people to donate, no problem. And I can assure you guys that no one is touching this money. Everything is for the IDPs. So if you're yet to donate and you would like to, please do so. And once again, thank you so much to everybody that has donated. Honestly, I don't know how to appreciate you guys. I don't know how to thank you. Thank you so much. You guys don't know much. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real. And I have a good news. In September of this year, we raised more than $10,000 to help the IDPs in one of the IDP camps in Benue State of Nigeria. The plan at the time was to buy 50 bags of gari, 50 bags of rice, 50 bags of corn, 50 jerry cans of palm oil. But because we raised more than we planned to, we went back to give them 10 extra bags of rice, 10 extra bags of corn, 10 extra bags of gari, and 10 extra jerry cans of palm oil. However, more people donated towards that cause even after we bought the extra 10 bags. I don't know how to thank you guys. So we couldn't plan anything because I've been traveling so long. But now, because of your generosity, we are going back to Benue State. Because of you guys' generosity, we have enough money to do another outreach among the IDPs in Benue State, because the money was donated for Benue IDPs. So on December 15th, if anyone would like to volunteer, because I remember that the last time we did this, about 50 people volunteered, and honestly, I don't know how to thank you guys. I almost cried when I saw the number of people that turned out, including 10 medical doctors. We bought more than 200,000 naira medication at the time, and these doctors volunteered their time treating people from morning till night. So of course I don't want people to travel far, because I won't be at peace if I know that you're on the road. But if you will be in the Benue area on December 15th and you like to volunteer to be a part of what we're doing, please email this man. Him and his wife have been the ones coordinating this. Mr. Joa Rimanura is a missionary and his wife is a medical doctor, and together they've been doing this for years. Very, very humble people. So if you would like to be a part of our Christmas outreach in Benue State of Nigeria, please email them in advance so that we can prepare a t-shirt for you. We want everyone going to have a t-shirt so that people there would know, okay, these are the volunteers. So I'm so excited. I'm really looking forward to putting a smile on people's faces. Thank you guys for making it possible. You guys don't know much. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real. So quick announcement for my Gambian people. If you live in the Gambia or you live close to the Gambia, please sign up for the TAFCON annual conference and networking event taking place this year from December 27th to the 29th. Besides being a great opportunity to network and meet people, this program is mainly to empower everybody that will be there, especially the young people, teaching us how to build long-term sustainable societies. They are covering various topics from abilities in what people call disabilities. They are also covering housing development, real estate, good governance, the media, and several other topics that are consistent with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. And the program is free. I'm like for you, go and register, my people. Please check out the speakers on the website of the event. You will not be disappointed. Your girl was supposed to be there. I'm so sorry it didn't work out this year, but I told them that next year, by God's grace, I will come to the Gambia. Ooh, father, cannot wait. And speaking of United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, your girl will be in South Africa from December 1st till the 3rd of December, attending the United Nations Africa Goalkeepers Conference. I was invited by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, who are also the organizers of the event. This is all about making sure that the UN Sustainable Development Goals are realized. So I'll also be attending the Global Citizens Festival before coming back home. That will be on December 2nd, and I'm really excited to finally visit South Africa, my South Africa. Anyway, so you guys not know much. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real. Alright y'all, it's been real and I'm keeping it real right up in here. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, and if you're yet to subscribe to my YouTube channel, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Until next week, I'm gonna see y'all later. Peace out.